Hi, I'm Mikael and I'm the tech lead for iOS at Mercari. Nice to meet you. Pizza Margherita, and I'd like to start cooking now. All right, so I'm gonna make the dough now. So I'm using like T0 flour. You can put 6 grams of salt or even a little bit more if you like it a bit more salty. 300 grams of flour, 210 grams of water. Then I put the dry yeast. And I'm gonna mix a little bit with a fork just to have the yeast mixing a little bit with the dough before putting the salt, because if the salt comes in contact with the yeast directly, we can have some problems later. You know, it destroys the yeast power. Okay, so I mix a little bit, then I put the salt. Here we go. All right, so now I continue mixing with the fork. Okay, so now it's a little bit drier, so I'm going to start with the hands. From now on, we will have we will create a very soft. First of all, I'm French, so I wanted to make bread at the beginning. So I started with baguette. But then I wanted to get another challenge and make something a bit different. And I tried different kind of pizza, like New York pizza, you know, and in the end I wanted to go for something very simple that is actually very close to what you see when you make bread, right? I would say like once a week, maybe at the end of the week. Like my family really likes it, so it's pretty nice, you know, after a week of work, to relax and prepare something for the family. First of all, when I was younger, I was living in west side of France, in Bretagne, and my generation was really touched by all the Japanese culture. So that was, I think, the first reason why I came to Japan. So the food, of course, the anime and things like this. I was interested in this, but it's been years ago now. I still love everything that Japan has to offer, of course. That's why I'm still here, I guess. And I wanted to experience by myself not only all of this, but also learn the language to really understand, you know, by talking to people, yes. So I was in a telecom company for like 7 years. My work there was research, prototyping, things like this. So all my work was to be presented to the CEO of the company. So that was nice, but when you work in R&D, there are not so many products that you launch on the market. So yeah, I wanted to be closer to the customers, and I thought, okay, I need to find a company with a lot of customers. I like a bit of pressure, so I wanted some challenge. And also I found that working in fintech, the Mercari side of Mercari, would be very interesting for me, because I know a little bit about finance. I have friends in finance as well, so I wanted to touch this, and I thought that having to deal with the money of people is very critical and very important. So I felt empowered by this. We need to be very careful about what we do, what we present to customers all the time. So I really like that, yes. I think it's okay for now. Basically, the resting time is very important. So you need to let the dough rest like maybe for like 30 minutes first, before like kneading the dough again. Okay, now let's start kneading the dough. Basically, the key is to use the palm of your hand flat, and then you can split it in half. Then you can turn it 90 degrees and split it again. I think the best tip is you can do it very, very long time. Yeah? The more you do it, the more the dough will be very, very flexible. So now the dough is ready and separated the dough in two parts. You put each part in a different bowl. So we let it ferment for 48 hours because it will help enhance the flavor, the texture, and gives a better crust color as well. So already prepared here. Here it is, pizza dough that has rested for 48 hours. Here you have a pizza dough that is more flexible and also that has very interesting taste. Now let's stretch the dough. First of all, I'm gonna put some semolina on the table, a little bit like this, you know, so that to make sure there is no grip and also to make the pizza crispy. And then I'm gonna take the pizza that has rested for 48 hours, all right? And I'm gonna put a lot of semolina on top of it as well, okay? So now we have this nice dough, putting it on the table, up. And the way to stretch it, one way to stretch it for beginners, because I'm a beginner, is to go with the fingers inside, like this, right? And you continue at the bottom as well, like this, on the side, right? And then you go from the top to the bottom, right? And you can see that the borders are very big, inflated, and the middle will become more flat, right? We can start stretching the inside with the fists, right? Right, like this. Okay. Right. It's very, very soft. Yes, so we can see the light through it. It's pretty nice. I don't want the pizza to stick inside the oven. I'm gonna use a little bit of cooking paper. Okay. From there, what do? We put first a bit of tomato. You might want to put a lot of tomato on the dough, but it's not a good idea. Just put a little bit, just like one or two spoons like this. If you put too much, it's gonna be soggy, you know. So what I like to add is a little bit of garlic. So I use this tool to press the garlic to get fresh one. So after putting the sauce and the garlic, we can put the ham. So very, you know, you can put a lot of ham or a little bit of ham, but just remember that if you keep the ham just right on top of the pizza like this without cheese, it's gonna maybe burn inside the oven. So I recommend to put some cheese. You can use mozzarella, of course, for the Napolitan pizza, but you don't have to. It's gonna actually protect the meat. Okay, now let me introduce my secret weapon. Here it is, a pizza stone. Using this helps the dough bake perfectly without becoming soggy. Once I place the pizza on this stone, it'll go into the oven to bake. While working at Mercari, basically you can work with a lot of different engineers, and I would say all of them are very high-skilled engineers. Also, the company cares about what people have to say. That's a culture I really embody. So I think that's good reasons to join Mercari. Yeah. Becoming an engineer, it was not my plan when I was a teenager. but I loved everything about electronic, mechanics, computer science, and everything. At that time, I talked with somebody that I really love in my family, and he made a challenge at that time. He said, okay, let's make a challenge, try to become an engineer in the future. We will try, just try your best. And so when I became an engineer, he was really happy, so, and me too. Okay, I think it's ready. Let's have a look. Yes, seems pretty good. If you have the right people, but they don't know how to work together, if you don't have good leaders also to make people all work together, you don't get good result. And for the pizza, it's really the same. You can take good ingredients, and if you don't know how to find the right quantity of everything, you don't get a good pizza. So when you code a product like this, we need to value the customers. Like people who use a product, they really want something that just works. And when it's about money, like Mercari, we really need to be careful about everything, every single layer of the code and how we ship things. Everything is quality tested before going into the App Store for iPhone. Yeah, to get the good code base, good ingredients, you need good engineers. And that's where we can make a parallel with pizza. If you want a good pizza, you need good ingredients. Yes. Okay, so now the pizza is ready to be eaten. And it looks great, as you can see. Let me try that. That's pretty nice. That's very good. Well, I think Margherita pizza is one of the most simple pizza. So when you can make a Margherita pizza, then you can do anything after that. And like today, we added a little bit of ham in it. You don't even need the ham. It's good even without it. Thank you.